Good Morning Kenora is made possible by proud supporters like Swift Cash, who support public television in Kenora.
Good morning, Kenora.
Good morning.
I'm Chris Jones.
And I'm Tracy Laffin. I hope everyone's having a good morning so far.
It's a nice morning so far.
It is. Not quite as much snow, but wow, eh?
It's kind of
Crazy.
a bit of a turnaround. I think, before you asked me what I did last night, I think I did the exact same thing everybody else in all of Northern Ontario did. Shovel.
Oh, see, I didn't have to do that.
Really?
No, I didn't. I know. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky.
I actually do it for my personal well-being. It's character building.
It is.
As I got home and I parked, I heard my dad's voice saying, "Son, this will build character. Get out there and shovel."
And the shoveling, you're piling up more snow so you can make more dinosaurs.
That's exactly it.
In your backyard for your kids.
I know, see?
There you go.
Well, it's kind of like wet cement at this point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got ab workout. I was actually
The core.
the core. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to package that and sell it every winter and just say,
Shoveling.
Well, you know what it is? You say, this is the Jones patented ab buster workout. And then you come over to my house.
A shovel?
You pay me $50. I give you a shovel. You clear my driveway and my steps. Get abs.
Wow.
I think it's a solid plan.
Crazy. You can retire off of that.
I'm hopeful.
So with the weather, even though it has kind of started slowing down with the snowing and everything, with the weather kind of thing, it's not that cold, but it's still not mild. So the roads were kind of a little icy, but they're starting to get a little bit better now.
Yeah, I had a couple of moments coming over where up the street came I thought it was beaver lumber or some kind of truck with some windows, and you see the tail is kind of and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's unpleasant. And then coming into Kuwait, where you come down,
I know.
right in front of Justin Kakis's house, and you can just, as soon as you hit there, you're like, oh, you start doing this,
Yeah,
and
I
you're
know.
doing 20. So
You got to kind of like start braking a little bit
So
earlier.
be safer on the roads, because the gentleman that coming in tomorrow will tell you that again. Constable Dave Kane.
Dave Kane.
He's our megastar.
Really?
Yeah.
Bigger than you?
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
In my own mind, I'm the biggest star there is.
Yeah, well, watch out.
Stealing my thunder again.
I'm trying.
So, speaking of weather, it's going to be minus 11 today.
Nice.
We're looking at minus 11, high of minus 4, 40% chance of precipitation. Tomorrow we're looking minus 10 and a high of minus 2. So, we're still floating in some decent weather.
We are. And looking into the weekend, Saturday's going to be like awesome. And Sunday is going to be a little bit cloudy, but it's supposed to be about minus 5, which is going to be, I think, perfect weather for our guest coming up shortly, which is Vince Kastrukoff from the Foster the Snowman program. So, of course, weather is always the big thing because you need a lot of snow, which we've gotten.
Absolutely.
And nobody wants to really build snowman in like minus 40 below. So having the great weather, it should be a great turnout for him. And we'll talk more to him about it when he comes on in the next segment and that.
Absolutely. And the weather's going to be great for the greatest birthday coming up this weekend again. I have a list if you want to buy me a birthday gift. Top 5.
But mine's not until June.
That's the second greatest. So we're going to go, let's have a quick break.
Okay.
Right? Are we having a quick break?
Who else is on the show?
Who else is in the show? Who else is in the show?
The one and only
Hang on.
Mr. Greg Rickford.
MP.
Oh.
The
His dad's
MP
not
Greg
here
Rickford.
apparently, but we like to just call
Greg
him Mr.
Rickford
anyway.
is here, our MP.
Yeah.
He's going to give us a chat about what's going on.
Yeah,
Short.
just a chit-chat. He wants to come in, drop in, hang out with us at the Good Morning Kenora crew.
Tell us what's kind of going on, what's on this
Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah.
So-
Apparently he doesn't like winter this year. It has not been his friend, people.
No. No,
Yeah.
I think he's kind of suffering the same thing we are. The same,
What's that?
well, not liking winter. And winter
Oh,
does
see it.
bad things.
I've enjoyed winter this year.
Really, right?
Yeah.
I think winter's necessary because, I mean, it's good for the local economy, snow machine tourism and all
Yes,
that. So
yes.
it's good.
It is.
You know something about that.
I do. I do know something about that.
Good stuff. So let's go to a quick break. And then we'll...
Proudly supporting local TV since 1966. Shaw TV.
Wind and Water Interiors is a proud supporter of Good Morning Kenora and public television. From brand name window coverings, design services, and cabinetry to furniture and accessories, they're bringing style back to life. Wind and Water Interiors.
Lake of the Woods Insurance is a proud supporter of public television. For all of those unexpected challenges you may face in the workplace, Lake of the Woods Insurance can be there to help you. Lake of the Woods Insurance, where customer satisfaction is ensured.
Snowmobiling makes winter a special time. Snowmobilers care about the environment. They're firefighters, farmers, nurses, homemakers, teachers, and bankers. Snowmobilers are your neighbors and co-workers. They are good, respectful people who give to charities, plant trees, and help care for our fragile watershed areas. Snowmobilers are contributing citizens of your community who enjoy winter with an enthusiasm for nature, for life, and for the freedom that comes from it.
Good Morning Kenora would like to thank Best Way Rentals and Sales for supporting public television. They've got air conditioning systems and aqua lily pads for the summer, heaters, heavy equipment rentals, and more. Best Way Rentals and Sales.
Good Morning Kenora would like to thank Swift Cash for supporting public television. There's so much more than cashing checks and payday loans. They offer a wide range of other services, from parcel pickup and delivery to comic books, Swift Cash, and so much more.
Welcome back, Kenora. We're here with Vince Kastrukoff. Talk about some snowmen. How are you doing, Vince?
I'm well, thank you. And it's a pleasure to be back here again this year for the second year in a row.
Excellent. Yes, and I'm kind of excited about this entire endeavor that you're doing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, well, thank you very much, Chris. We're very excited. We're with the Children's Aid Society, and we've recently amalgamated with Family and Children's Services in the Rainy River District. So we're a larger organization now, but we're still a Children's Aid Society. Last year we started on a awareness program for fostering. And this is an idea that actually started in Southern Ontario, Foster the Snowman. So what we're trying to do is get people in the community to come out and just participate by building snow people. And that could be representations of men, women, or children. And by doing that, we're going to have something out there that people, when they're driving by, they can see. And they say, well, what are all these snow people? It's basically trying to foster more foster homes out there and try to get that awareness going. So we're having that in Kenora and Dryden. And it's happening in Dryden on Saturday at the lot beside the IGA between 1 and 4. And in Kenora, it's happening on Sunday. And that's by the hill, by the hospital. The same place where we had it last year, except the weather's going to be much nicer this year.
Absolutely. Yes, last year's weather, I think we were talking a little bit before we come on that. Last year it was a little cold.
Yeah.
It was.
Just a little bit.
Oh, it's amazing what you can do with snow in different temperatures. So we had to be very ingenious, and of course those snow people were very cold out there. But there was a lot of help from the community in trying to keep them warm. And that also, I'd like to mention that if people are bringing out scarves or mitts or toques or whatever it is that they're going to help those snow people come alive, all those materials will be gathered up later and donated. So we will be collecting them later. Yeah.
That's
Nice.
excellent. Excellent. So how many snow people what's your target this year?
Well, last year it was amazing. I think we had somewhere in around the 60 to 80 mark.
Wow,
and,
even with the weather.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, you get snow families.
Yeah.
So a family will come out and they'll build a snow family. So I don't know, it'd be nice to see if we could get 100 in both communities. And that would really look nice when people are driving by to see those snow people all decorated. And it's a part of winter, but it's also part of the life that we live up here. So
Yeah.
people are probably going to drive by and say, well, what's that all about? And that's really all we're trying to do, is just build an awareness. I'd also like to mention that if anybody comes out and they're participating in this, we're not approaching anybody to become a foster parent. That's totally up to whoever wants to participate. They can contact our agency at any point and do that. We were just looking for some participation in the community and just an endeavor of awareness raising.
And if there's anyone out there that is interested in trying to become a foster parent or anything, is there a website or?
Just contact the Cameron Bay Children's Center,
Okay.
and they'll get you in touch with the people that we can follow up with that. It's that simple.
Excellent. That's great. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to, after my endeavor, I did a practice run in my yard, as we were talking about. I have a dinosaur in the backyard. So I'm thinking we'll have to try out again.
I think so. So this is that it's in Dragon on Saturday and
Yes.
Kenora on Sunday, and it's at the Hospital Hill,
Yes,
and it's from 1 to 4, I believe.
1 to 4.
Okay. So anyone that's interested, come on out. Build a snowman. It's going to be fantastic weather, tons of snow. And from 1 to 4, if you have nothing else to do, come on out and build a snowman to help with the foster parents program.
And we'll post this on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Good Morning Kenora. So we'll do all that. And if there's, we'll also post up information about the fostering, contacting just the Cameron Bay
Cameron
Children's.
Bay?
Yes. Yes.
Is there a contact if people are looking for any more information about this weekend? Place they can call, any other contacts?
They can contact the Cameron Bay Children's Center and ask to speak with one of the resource workers with the Children's Aid Society.
Perfect.
Excellent. So we'll do
All
that, and we'll post it up on our Facebook page. And absolutely, thanks for coming out. And
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Wonderful being here again.
absolutely, it's great to have you.
Great to have you.
So we're going to go to another quick break, and we're going to bring on MP Greg Rickford, and he's going to let us know what's going on in our world.
Come back.
Wind and Water Interiors is a proud supporter of Good Morning Kenora and public television. From brand name window coverings, design services, and cabinetry to furniture and accessories, they're bringing style back to life. Wind and Water Interiors.
Lake of the Woods Insurance is a proud supporter of public television. For all of those unexpected challenges you may face in the workplace, Lake of the Woods Insurance can be there to help you. Lake of the Woods Insurance, where customer satisfaction is ensured.
Good Morning Kenora would like to thank Bestway Rentals and Sales for supporting public television. They've got air conditioning systems and aqua lily pads for the summer, heaters, heavy equipment rentals, and more. Bestway Rentals and Sales.
Good Morning Kenora would like to thank Swift Cash for supporting public television. There's so much more than cashing checks and payday loans. They offer a wide range of other services, from parcel pickup and delivery to comic books, Swift Cash, and so much more.
There are heroes
My dad fixed things for everyone.
whose names we never hear, reaching out to help their fellow man.
And me? Well, I just held the light.
If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right,
He was teaching me more than just how to fix things.
a point of light.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Snowmobiling makes winter a special time. Snowmobilers care about the environment. They're firefighters, farmers, nurses, homemakers, teachers, and bankers. Snowmobilers are your neighbors and co-workers. They are good, respectful people who give to charities, plant trees, and help care for our fragile watershed areas. Snowmobilers are contributing citizens of your community who enjoy winter with an enthusiasm for nature, for life, and for the freedom that comes from it.
Welcome back. We are here with MP Greg Rickford. How are you, sir?
I'm great, thanks. Good morning.
Good morning.
My chair is coasting out to the right
I
here.
know. This is what we always have to do. Like that's why I'm like in the middle because I have like bookends
I
here, so
see.
you guys
Yeah,
keep
so
me
you
in.
can just
in-
elbow
in-
us
yeah.
out. Gotcha.
So if I don't really like what you say, I can just spin you.
Yeah. There you go. Off the show, just like that.
So how are you?
I'm doing okay. Winter's been a project for me this year.
Yes, it has not been your friend.
Well, I had pipes burst about 5 weeks ago in the last cold snap and wreaked havoc on my domestic life. But my neighbor, Josh McKay, was there and he was a great help. I was stranded in Ottawa at the Crown First Nation gathering.
Wow.
And Ray Landry was there and has done a great work and done some great cleanup work and some other folks. So it's all come together and I spent the better part of the weekend doing some cleaning and painting and different things like that. So I think we're almost back to normal. With a few little glitches with the furnace, but I think it's in good hands. And so hopefully we can just enjoy the rest of the winter for what we really should, rather
It's
than...
almost March.
Yeah.
It could be
That's
almost
true.
over.
Two more months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're almost in the clear.
Not long to go. No.
So are you going to be around for this great event for the snowman this weekend?
I've got a busy weekend. I'm heading to Dryden for a constituency day tomorrow. Sue, look out for an announcement at the airport. A couple of important meetings with chiefs from isolated First Nations communities, some friends of mine.
Nice.
And then, of course, we have the legendary pond hockey tournament in Sioux Lookout, which it's in past years it's been so brutally cold, and God love the folks that come out. I drop the puck, we do some refereeing, I serve chili dogs and do whatever.
Cool.
So I won't be able to make it, but I do want to make a pitch, if I may, in the important work that Vince does. This is near and dear to my heart. My mom and dad were foster parents for 32 years. And over the course of my lifetime at home, I moved out just short of 20 years old. We had more than 250 kids stay at our home.
Wow.
So it means a lot. There were seems like there was always kids there outside of. Well, I'm one of 8, but I have brothers and sisters that are quite a bit younger than me. But certainly the first 5 I call our gang. Seems like there was always at least 1, if not 2, and in some instances 3 for some unfortunate circumstances. There couldn't be a more important thing to do in your community for unfortunate circumstances.
That's incredible.
If folks, even if fostering is not your thing, it's important to go out and show your support for this kind of activity, and I just encourage people to get out there.
Wow, that's
there you go.
great.
That's my pitch.
That's incredible. That's wonderful.
Wish I could be here.
Very fantastic. I mean, it's a rare thing to hear that people open their homes to strangers and to help foster them, especially if, I mean, you said 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
In your own family,
in
that's
my own
crazy.
family, yeah.
I can only imagine. I mean, I have one brother, and we were like this a lot of times. You put 8 plus fosters.
Yeah.
Good
We have
on you.
4 boys and 4 girls in my own family. Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
Wow.
Boy, yeah.
Wow.
So it was a pretty crazy household
I couldn't even.
at de minimis.
Well, there's 6 in mine, and I mean, I'm a lot younger than my other siblings, but I couldn't imagine. Like, God bless your parents. Like, wow,
there was
that's crazy.
never a dull moment. But
No kidding.
special people.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good.
So what else is going on?
Well, we've had a busy session, obviously, in January. Caught a little bit off guard in a good way. I ended up covering Minister Duncan, the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs, to which I'm the Parliamentary Secretary. Did a national tour. Started out in St. John's, Newfoundland, Montreal, Vancouver, and up to Whitehorse. Whitehorse is a beautiful city, second only to the city of Kenora, of course, but it was 45 below zero when we landed there. So cold that the wing flaps couldn't come down. So the pilot had asked us to kind of, be securely fastened in our seats and prepare for a much faster than usual landing. So that was kind of crazy. And then back down through Vancouver and here to Kenora, all inside of 4.5 days.
Holy.
Then back to Ottawa for the Crown First Nations gathering, which of course, as somebody who's devoted the better part of their professional life to First Nations communities, certainly most of that time out here in northwestern Ontario, that was a moving experience professionally, personally, professionally. We couldn't have asked for a better day to reset our relationship with First Nations and also to see so many chiefs from our riding there. And I got to tell you, I don't know if you saw it, but the drummers were all from Wajishkanugam or the surrounding communities here.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
That's fantastic.
Clifford
That
Skeed
is
was one of the
awesome.
drummers, and it was so cool because after the gathering, I had said to the guys, the drum is a central part of this celebration. I had approached the Prime Minister's executive assistant, and I said, Jeremy, we gotta do something special for these old guys. They had sat there by the drums. The camera didn't necessarily show it all day, played on cue, and so National Chief Sean Atleo and the Prime Minister were in the back room. Jeremy said, bring your friends in. And by golly, we had a little chat with the Prime Minister, and we had a beautiful photo. And I'm known for doing those kinds of things if I can arrange it. And it was just a moving experience. We were in the back room, and the Prime Minister and National Chief were engaging them, and they were, I think one of the chiefs was down from, one of the drummers was a chief from down in Nigamingway, and it was Neataquatagaming, and it was just a special moment, and we had a great day. And so yeah, then the House resumed in haste the next week, and we've been at it. Of course, the gun registry passed through Parliament and now is in the Senate. That's an important issue to folks. A lot of interest in that, but my own view is that, well, it's an important issue. As a long gun owner myself, it's time to move on. Kenora's got a great profile in Ottawa right now. We've really raised the discussion around a number of regional and national issues, and I think Northwestern Ontarians want to move on to debate other subjects and remain engaged.
Absolutely. I remember years ago when they talked about my dad being part of hunter safety and the firearms and OPP. And so, I mean, when they talked about the long gun registry now, I mean, I remember when they first talked about it years ago when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to put that, finally, let's put it to bed.
Yeah.
And let's move on.
Yeah, I would describe that day as more relief. Like, we had MPs there that had debated it when I think it was Minister Rock first introduced it into the House some 17 years ago. And they were quite emotional. Gary Breitkreitz, the MP from Yorkton, Melville, Saskatchewan, still sits in the House to this day, was with the original Reform group who fought this. And of course, some of the more contemporary MPs, Candace Hepner, Vic Taves, involved in the minority battles. I think if people know how that played out. So, very special moment. The Prime Minister held a reception. I had some folks from the riding come down and sit in the gallery and watch the vote.
Nice.
And so it was very special for them. And but I think after all, it was just a sense of relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. More.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that, that you're doing all these things and you're going everywhere, that, there are votes being used, and it's really fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, that's a lot of traveling in 4 days.
Yeah. Well, it was a ton. I think we logged 13,000 air miles.
Holy.
In 4 days.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
And I was getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning the next week going, oh, I'm hungry for steak, not for bacon and eggs. I think it's supper time in one of the cities that I was in. I'm not just sure, but yeah, it was kind of unusual. The body took a while to get going again, but stopped in at Johnson's Pharmacy and got some of that melatonin, and that helps to sort of reset your cycles, and it was all good from there. So.
But you travel tons. Like you're all over the place.
Well, we certainly every week. I try to get back most weekends, and I drive to Winnipeg just for a little bit more flexibility. You never know what's really going to go on with your schedule. So, can hardly wait for that twinning of the highway to get started, so that we can get off that cross-country ski trail that we currently have. Hope that begins this spring, and that'll be great, not just for safety, but obviously for the city and for the region, for that matter. But yeah, it is a lot of travel. And but I love it, and I had a chance over the Christmas holidays to get up to Fort Severn, which is the most northerly community on the Hudson's Bay coast in our riding. I always like to boast that we have polar bears in our riding. It's a major route through Fort Severn.
And did you see any?
I didn't see any there. No, I used to work briefly as a nurse up in the Arctic Circle and had seen them.
Wow.
They're good to see from afar. It's not a run-in like you'd have with a little black bear who tends to go the other way.
Are they just as big from afar?
They're big.
Yeah.
And they're generally hungry, so that's the principle they operate in. So you're better off to see them from
And
afar.
what's the weather down there in Christmas time or up there?
Oh, well, it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, life in the north, the far, far north is much different because it just absolutely dictates what you can do.
Yeah.
And what you can't do. So we're good with that.
Well, we're extra honored to have you.
Very
With
honored.
all the travel you're doing,
Listen,
we're very honored.
congratulations to the Kenora morning show. I mean, I could become your next Alec Baldwin to Saturday Night Live.
There you
Whenever
go.
I'm in,
That would be
welcome to have
awesome.
me.
That would be awesome.
Back in the day, I might have been a little less comfortable with it. I'm not afraid of any microphone. Obviously, in a politician, you can't. But the Attawapiskat situation last fall put me in front of the television a lot more as the talking head for that, and really, bringing the message from the government's perspective on that circumstance, and we're pleased that it's moving along. But you know, up there with the heavy hitters, Don Martin and Evan Solomon and Kevin Newman and the like. So it's a pretty good experience, and I must admit this is much easier to do. So
There
thanks
you
a lot, you guys. No hot seat.
anytime that you're ever around,
The only thing
come
is
and
this
see
seat
us.
is just kind of coasting
I know,
to the
but
right here a
we'll
little
keep
bit.
you stable.
I know,
We'll keep
yeah.
you stable.
Yeah.
And you have done so much for Kenora, and you know, even from every kind of aspect, from tourism to whatever. And it's just an honor to always be in your presence and see you. And when you can just come out and hang out and chill out.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not immune to criticisms. I'm getting an ask here to do a call-in show at some point.
There you go.
That's just my game. So you know, we can happy to do it.
Absolutely. Well, this is for the future.
Yeah.
You can be your honorary co-host. When you come in, we'll
All
get
right.
your name key. And
There you
you're
go.
a co-host.
That sounds fantastic.
So thank you again to
Yeah.
Rick or to Greg Rickford.
I get Rick all the time, Tracy. Don't worry about it.
So if you don't mind, what we're going to do is we're going to keep you on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going to be you'll be our co-host, and we're going to finish off
Yeah.
the show. We got
Sure.
some local stuff to talk about.
Sure.
And we'll wrap it up. So how about this? How about number one? We got snowmaking men on this weekend. We're going to finish that up, and then we got Crystal Stokes coming in, tourism, and talking about the Winter Carnival Friday. So tomorrow is Dave Kane.
Awesome.
He's going to be right back. I'm excited to see him as well. Dave's always he's such a great guy, and he's always pleasant to see. So
Now, will you be around at all for Winter Carnival?
Yes, actually, I was just talking to Heather Patterson yesterday, and we're going to be mostly Saturday events. Yeah.
Yay! Yay! It's going to be a lot of fun.
You be there Friday night again with us?
If I can make it back. That's I don't get out of the house till noon, and it's a function of just a flight and a drive. So, weather permitting, I hope to be back. But if I could just make one chip, Smith Camps tomorrow for the Sunset Country snowmobilers. They're having a Winter Blues Fest tomorrow or a Saturday night. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's where I'm going to be.
There you go. There you go.
Al makes great food. I don't know if you've ever been there for dinner,
yes.
but oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's-
Smith Camps is.
for the Shaw Christmas party, he's been out there was out there for a couple of years. That's fantastic. Great ambiance. The food was just to die for.
And they're just awesome people. They're just awesome people.
I remember having an event there, and I took Minister Tony Clement, Minister of Industry at the time, and he's one of those everything, and he came in and he was just completely blown away by all of the taxidermy that Al has out there. It was, he went around the room, people wanted to talk to the Minister of Industry, and of course he's a great sociable guy, but he was just like, just a second, you know, snapping photos and cataloging them, and he had a great time. He'd not seen something like that. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So quickly, again, locally, the St. Thomas Aquinas senior boys basketball team are the Nowassa A-side champs.
Woohoo!
Good for them.
Yeah, it's awesome. They beat the Red Lake Rams.
Yes.
So that's kind of exciting. That's kind of good stuff. Do you wanna-
The St. Thomas Aquinas
You got to pitch in here.
senior girl, or the Saint senior girls volleyball are also heading to provincials. So that's really good for them too. Great teams.
We've won 10 of the 11.
That's
last 11
10.
championships.
Yeah,
10
they're
of
doing
I know.
well. Yeah.
Very
Tell them.
10 of the 11 championships.
They've won. Very
They've
strong.
won. Very strong girl team.
And this is kind of exciting because I forgot too.
Yes.
Kenora population of Kenora went up.
Up.
Since I think the days of the mill went down. I mean, we have steadily sort of just lost, but it's nice. That's encouraging. I mean, that's good stuff.
No, it's great news, and I think that was, you know, when I worked with municipalities going back a couple of years ago, what we really wanted to do was reinvest in infrastructure that would make this our cities and towns commercially, industrially, and residentially viable again, and folks are moving back in. Jobs are starting to be coming back slowly and surely, but steadily, I think, importantly, and so yeah, we feel good about that, and that was a nice statistic to see that and kind of reaffirm it. So
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we are a great place. So I mean,
Best morning show.
just best morning show. Good morning, Kenora.
yeah,
So we, I think we're good to go.
I always say that. I say best your favorite MP or best MP, but it's the only MP, so it kind of narrows it down. Yeah, it's not a pitch.
Now you've ruined it. So that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this morning. Thanks for Vince coming in and talking to us
Yeah,
about
for
snowmen.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks for the viewers, and thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
very
Greg.
much.
Oh,
Greg
it's my
Rickford.
pleasure. Had fun.
Our new favorite co-host.
Yeah.
Have a great day. We'll
Yeah.
see you
See you later.
tomorrow.
Yeah.